Since the beginning of time, beings of higher intelligence known as the overseers have been in control of the universe. They have been known throughout history by many names, such as aliens, extraterrestrials, angels, gods, and devils. Because of the Draconian Wars 24,000 years ago, the overseers decided to establish a universal government known as the Intergalactic Confederation, whose sole mission is to maintain balance and order throughout the universe. The star seeds are a branch of this galactic government and focus primarily on recruiting human beings from planet Earth who possess special abilities that can be used to further the agenda of the Intergalactic Confederation. The individual known as Windstorm is one such person, and this is his story.
You are about to embark upon a journey into the way of the Draco. But before you become a master, you must first learn the basics. It's time to train.
During this time, he had fully dedicated himself to training and learning the draconian fighting style. He would come into the safe house and follow the information within the book step by step, all while being watched by his future self. Windstorm of the future continued to use the draconian satellite to hijack the subconscious of the people who had the most influence. His supervisor at work, his close friends, and even his ex-girlfriend.
And so what role does she play in this story?
Well, just like everybody else that I had interacted with around this time, she too was being manipulated by the draconian satellites. My future self was given access to these satellites to hijack the subconscious of certain people within my circle, and she was included.
And what exactly did he need her for?
She was used to convince me to continue to experiment with the ultraviolet. Turns out she was given a bottle by the same person I had met with in the park, even though it didn't affect her the same way it affected me.
Windstorm of the future wanted Windstorm of the past to take continuous trips back and forth to the island, thinking he would use the astral projection for training. But the island manifests itself differently for every starseed, and for Windstorm of the present, it became an information database. Initially, he would use it to find information concerning himself and his destiny. But as he grew more suspicious of his training process, he began to use the island to get hidden information about the Draconians and their true agenda.
So at what point did you begin to lose trust in the training process?
The day after I left her house, I got a call by the Order of Draco Hybrids. They wanted to meet with me for an evaluation because of my training.
And what happened during the evaluation?
Well,
It's custom for the draconian hybrids to evaluate their new recruits during the initiation process. And this is why Windstorm of the future needed to meet with him. The evaluation started off normal. He was asked to perform certain techniques within the draconian fighting style. But after that, the evaluation started to take a dark turn.
the conversation shifted. He began to tell me that the Draconians were innovators, builders on every planet they inhabited. He told me that they really just wanted to eliminate planet Earth's biggest threat.
And what did they say was this world's biggest threat?
Mankind. Because of mankind's transgressions and disregard for nature, the Draconians had the perfect excuse to extinguish the human race and rebuild Earth to be in their image and likeness. He went on to further explain how the Draconians were planning their own apocalypse for the purpose of population control. It was easier for them to control a smaller amount of people, so logically, they kill off mass amounts of the population. It's crazy. And even though part of what he was saying was true, I would soon find out that there was more to the story.
And where exactly did you fit into the grand scheme of everything?
I was basically offered a position to eliminate powerful figures who oppose the Draconian agenda.
Like an assassin?
Yes, an assassin, a hitman for hire. And to further convince me, he began to explain how I had air-bending powers. This is when I first found out about how the air around us could be turned into a weapon by way of the wind. I guess you could say it was the beginning of Windstorm.
With hopes of convincing him to accept the offer, Windstorm of the future decided to show what fully developed wind powers looked like. Although he was impressed, he was still skeptical towards accepting the offer. This is when he decided to go to the island for answers. And there, he learned the real reason behind the Draconian agenda.
It's like they want to use me as an assassin to eliminate anybody that is a threat to their Draco-apocalypse.
Listen, the Draconians are an extremely violent race of extraterrestrial reptile humanoids from the Draco star constellation. They came to this Milky Way galaxy and landed within a land before time. But your history books track their origin to be around 600 BC. Ever since their arrival, they have been secretly orchestrating events of mass genocide, dating back to the Babylonian Empire.
What exactly is their reason for mass genocide?
Survival. You will soon come to understand how the Draconians are flesh eaters. They use the humans of planet Earth for a food source. They need world wars, Holocaust, and other deadly events that cause mass amounts of genocide so that they can feed in order to survive. It would be wise to assume that this is their real reason behind wanting a global apocalypse.
The brief session he had with the island's spirit guide told him all that he needed to know concerning the real reason the Draconians wanted to recruit him. After listening to the truth, he understood how the Draconians were disagreeable and could not be trusted. So he rejected their offer.
Okay. So during your evaluation, the Draconians finally made you the offer to kill for them.
Yes.
But you rejected their offer.
Yes.
So how exactly did you reject their offer, and what happened after?
Well, before I can explain what happened, I gotta make it known that I ended up finding another starseed that was just like me.
Walking on this road and I recognize the demons. Listen to them when they speaking. Slice them up if they out of line. Blast from the past when I travel time. I'm just trying to read the signs. If it's messed up, then I redesign. What I gotta do to elevate lame niggas in my next. Kill 'em with the instrumentals, feeling like I'm Funk Flex. I can see the future and it's really bright with violet light. If you try to test me, trust me, it's gonna be a tough fight. Only cause I'm training from the morning down to the night. But y'all on a low vibe, notice how I take a flight. Getting up out of here, landing on another level. Fighting off them evil niggas.
Shadow boxing with the devil.
Hit him with a right hook, bobbing and I'm steady weaving. Yes, I always elevate, changing kinda like the seasons. Heard a message from a group of aliens that's far away, so I gotta focus. It ain't never really time to play. Vigilant and militant, hope you understand me though. You could peep the special message written when I spit the flow. Never gonna stop, so I'm going till I can't no more. Trying to get that crowd reaction, kinda like the Maury Show.
I ended up finding another starseed that was just like me.
Another starseed like you.
Yes. But at the time, I didn't know he was a starseed. I found that out later on.
And how exactly did you guys meet?
So it was about 3 days after the evaluation in the dojo. I was back at home and I had to go to the store. I walked and I decided to take the alley, which was a normal shortcut. And that's when I saw him.
Draconians are real.
Hey, what you know about the Draconians?
Way too much, man. I got in a tussle with one up in the UP, bro. Almost took my head clean off.
A tussle?
Yeah, a tussle. And you seen one too from the looks of it. Haven't you?
Man.
Dog, you gotta come up to the lab. I got some stuff I need to show you like ASAP.
Nah, man, I ain't really trying to come up to no lab or nothing, man. I'm just trying to, have a little conversation. I ain't trying to go inside.
Bro, there's a whole legit alien invasion going on. We gotta stick together, man. I have some very sensitive information that can help us stop this shit. So you in or you out?
All right, man, I'll check it out.
All right, bro. Come on, man.
All right. I was so surprised, but also relieved to hear somebody else talk about their experience with the Draconians. Because up until that point, I had felt alone.
His name was Matthew, and he too had the meta-human gene. His starseed powers manifested as him having the ability to process information at lightning speed, almost 100 times faster than the average human. He used his talents to invent technological advancements for ordinary devices that he kept locked away inside his lab. A few months prior to meeting Windstorm, he had a brief encounter with the Draconians when they attempted to capture him, but failed due to Matthew's cell phone device that he was able to weaponize. Since that day, he has been putting together an investigation with hopes of learning more about the Draconians, why they are here, and how to stop them. When he brought Windstorm into his loft, Windstorm began to explain everything, starting from the flyer all the way up into the training process. He even explained how he was allowed to go into the basement whenever he wanted to, but upstairs was strictly forbidden. Upon hearing this, Matthew insisted that Windstorm should go upstairs anyway. But Windstorm didn't think it was a good idea to go against the rules. He knew that the doors upstairs were locked, and if he was caught trying to break in, that there would be dire consequences.
Ain't no probably about it, man. We can't risk taking the chance. You gotta go up there.
I don't know.
I can't. I mean, he said it's forbidden. I don't know what's up there. It could be dangerous.
Yo,
for real.
I bet you this the missing link we looking for, man. I won't be a social pariah anymore, man. Like, I got satellite feeds, I got files dating back centuries, man. They been here. And you mean to tell me the answers are right behind that door and you ain't trying to go through it?
This is when Matthew began to explain how he had hacked into 3 specific satellites within the exosphere that allowed him to pinpoint specific locations through a triangulated algorithm and observe heat signatures, which would ultimately allow him to know if and when the house is empty and the coast is clear. Also, since the locks on the doors were technologically secure, he could hack into the security system so Windstorm could gain access to all the rooms. They devised the perfect plan. Matthew would run surveillance a few blocks away in his van, while Windstorm snuck inside the rooms to see what the Draconians were hiding. They even went over some hand-to-hand combat tactics in order to prepare themselves for an altercation.
Man, I'm feeling like I'm on a mission. Hit my target, never missing. You should really sit and listen. Just trying to see the full picture. Cause I'm walking on this road and I recognize the demons. Listen to them when they speaking. Slice them up if they out of line. Blast from the past when I travel time. I'm just trying to read the signs. If it's messed up, then I redesign. What I gotta do to elevate.
So, were you actually able to get into any of the rooms upstairs?
Well, at first, everything was going according to plan. We were able to successfully gain access inside the first room without a problem.
So what did you see when you went inside the room?
When I walked in, I really couldn't believe what I saw.
This was how he first found out. He was being watched.
What the? No! No! No!
So you finally saw your future self face to face.
Yes. But the strangest thing, in that moment that I saw him, he vanished. It was too much for my mind to handle, so honestly, I passed out.
And how exactly did your future self vanish in front of you like that?
He began to explain the phenomenon known as paradoxical anomaly, which is when two of the same particle come together and contradict each other, causing a spontaneous combustion just from existing within the same space and time.
Me seeing my future self like that face to face caused a glitch within the fabric of reality known as the space-time continuum, and it caused for one of us to have to be erased from the present timeline. I'm just glad that it was him instead of me.
Wow. Okay. So what happened to Matthew?
To this day, I haven't spoken to him. I have reason to believe that he's been abducted by the Draconians.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. So what happened after he vanished and you passed out?
So I eventually woke up, and it was about 4 hours later. He was gone. I went home, and I had to go to the island. I took another trip with the ultraviolet. That's how I found out about time travel and paradoxical anomalies. It all started to make sense. But as for me, my personal journey within this mission to fight against disagreeable extraterrestrial agendas, it was just getting started.